Have you guys studied for the test today? There was a test? Yeah. Did you forget?
No, I just didn't care.
I wasn't talking to you, dumbass.
I know, I just didn't care.
Feast Toons.
Hey everybody, it's your bro Luke Feast, back at you with another video. Today, I'm gonna animate a short Story of Trey cartoon. Story of Trey is a cartoon series I post on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna get onto the drawing, the coloring, the voicing, and the keyframing. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm gonna get into the first part of this animation tutorial. I'm gonna draw it, but instead of drawing it on paper, I'm gonna draw it on this tablet, and I have a video about how I got that tablet using it for the first time. I'm still gonna draw the characters on paper just to get a good feel for that, but I'm gonna draw the backgrounds and objects on this tablet. I'm gonna draw a Story of Trey episode. I got the characters saved right here on these files. For example, here's Trey Fisher, and I already drew them all on paper, and I'm gonna continue to draw the characters on paper. But I'm gonna draw a new background on Illustrator with this tablet. So I'm gonna go to New File. I'm just gonna go Create 1920 by 180 setting. That's what I'm gonna use. And if I click Curl Shift D, or go to View, Show Transparency Grid right here, you can click that and it'll be transparent. It'll have a transparent view, which is kind of helpful to show. I'm gonna take the square tool and I'm just gonna go like this. This will be the template for my background. Now I'm gonna go to this line segment tool right here. I'm gonna make sure the stroke is 1 point. And now I'm gonna start drawing. So I'm not going to use a ruler and draw a pencil anymore. I'm going to use this, and it gives it a lot more straight lines. I'm going to draw the locker area. I have a background for that already, but I want to make it nicer. So I'm just going to go like, woo. I'm going to make a line segment right here. Maybe we can angle this up a little bit more. I'm going to add another line right here, like a border for the wall. Connect that, and we can just that. And it kind of snaps right here, so you can tell like where to make the line. I'm gonna add like a wall line right here. So now we got this background. I'm gonna add some lockers right here. I'm gonna go maybe to the square rectangle tool, and I'm just gonna go like that there. So now we got this background. I'm gonna start adding the locker detail. So this will be like the lockers. We can add a line right there, and I can add a line right here. And I'm just gonna copy and paste that line. So we're gonna make like, divide it down like that. Now I'm gonna draw another line right here. There, now we got divided boxes for different lockers. One of the lockers we can zoom into right here. We can add like vents for the locker. I'm gonna go to the pencil tool and just connect it like that. I'm gonna copy and paste that. Yeah, there, now we copy and paste that, copy and paste that, and these are gonna be like little air holes for the locker. Now I'm gonna go to the circle tool, locker handle. And if you click shift, it'll make a perfect circle. I'm gonna zoom out. I guess I'm just gonna copy and paste the locker detail to each locker. So that, yeah, this is way easier instead of drawing each individual. This is gonna be a lot easier with this new tablet. And there, that's all I'm gonna draw for now. I'm gonna click the letter T. I'm gonna write storage lockers. And we can click shift, and I'm just gonna expand it like that. Right there. I'm just gonna put that right there. And maybe we can change the font. Now, I'm gonna get onto the coloring. Now, I'm gonna get onto the coloring. I'm just gonna open that drawing we made. Now, I can't color it. It's just an image, because I exported it and now it's just a still image. I'm gonna go to image trace, and I'm gonna click on the file, and I'm gonna go down to black and No, not sketch start. God damn it. Click the image. I'm gonna go down to black and white logo. And I still can't color it. I have to go to object, expand. Okay. And now all the little pieces are separate. And we can color each individual piece. So this is the old drawing I made. Actually, I'm just gonna drag that in so we can get the same colors for the background. Now I'm gonna go select, let's say, the background. Now we can take the dropper icon and select that. Same thing, just color that. I have to make the locker holes. I'm actually gonna color these like a dark gray. This is gonna take so long. Patience. This takes a lot of patience and focus and tedious work. Ah, we got all the little holes drawn. That took forever. I'm gonna color the lockers now. Those locker holes were so tedious to color. And we can select that and make it the same color. Cool. That looks pretty good. That looks a lot better than that, honestly. Now I'm gonna do a file export as. Now I'm gonna get onto the voice acting. Now I'm gonna get onto the voice acting. I wrote this little script we can use for the animation. That was funny. Have you guys studied for the test today? Have you guys studied for the test today? Have you guys studied for the test today? There was a test? Yeah. Did you forget? Yeah. Did you forget?
No, I just didn't care. No, I just didn't care.
I wasn't talking to you, dumbass.
I know, I just didn't care.
Now, I'm gonna get onto the keyframing. Now, I'm gonna get onto the keyframing. So I'm using Adobe Animate, and I'm just gonna click Create New. You can choose the dimensions right here, whether it's HD, 4K, and you can change the frame rate right here. Now we got this canvas right here. This is the timeline. You can add folders right here. This is the library panel. I'm gonna click on New Folder and just add a folder for Trey, Ethan, Andy. We're gonna add one for the location, like the background. So I'm just adding folders for different parts, different pieces of the files that we can use for the animation. I have one for the mouth movements and the blinking. I don't think we have any objects. Now, I think that's all we need. Now we can start dragging in the files we can use for the animation right here. We can drag in these are the different pieces for Andy we can use. And we can just drag that in. We can add the mouth movements. These are different mouth movements we can use. And I got some blinking right here. Now we can drag in the audio that we recorded. I transferred the audio we recorded into AIF files. Adobe Animate only accepts AIF files. They don't accept MP3 files for some reason. So now we got this blank canvas. I'm gonna add time to it. I'm gonna add a supporting shot so we can drag that frame out. So what we can do is zoom in right here to this timeline, and if we click this, we can add time to the keyframe. And we can drag this open, and if we right click this, you can change it to a keyframe button, and it adds keyframes for different parts of the animation. I'm gonna drag in the background. That looks okay, I guess. I'm gonna add a new layer for the characters. We can add Trey. We can drag his legs right here. We can drag it in right here. Maybe he's standing right here. I'm gonna drag in his torso. Add his head. So I got different parts of the body, and we can just splice them together. Scale it down, and then we can click this button right here. It's called the Asset Warp tool, or we can click W and click the shoulder, the elbow, and the wrist, and it kind of bends like that. It makes it easier to animate. I'm gonna copy that. Flip horizontal. Now I'm gonna add a new layer for the pupils. We can add his eyebrows. I'm gonna add a layer for Andy. We can drag that down, add the torso, the arms, add the head, there maybe. I'm gonna add a layer for the pupils. Then we can add the eyebrows. I'm gonna add a layer again. Go to Ethan's folder and drag in his legs. Now we can add his torso and his arm. And now I just need his head. We can put it right there. Just one more layer for the pupils. I got all the mouth movements right here. The mouth's kind of big. Now we got a supporting shot right here. All the characters are just standing right there. Maybe we can add one of them blinking. Maybe Trey blinks. So right here, we can zoom into the eyes. I'm gonna add a keyframe with this button right here. We can add a keyframe. And I'm gonna drag in one of these blinks. Copy, paste. Now, if we want to see what's behind it, we can click this onion layer. If we delete the eyelids and add a keyframe, we can see that the previous layer has the eye. And then I'm gonna drag that in like the eyelids are closing more. And I'm not gonna have any talking right here. They're just gonna be standing. I'm gonna go to File, Export, Video Media. Make sure it says Scene 1 and not entire movie if you're going with multiple scenes. You can choose what kind of video file it is right here, where you want to export it right here. And make sure you click Start Media Encoder Render Queue immediately and click Export. And once you do that, it will load it. And you're gonna have to install a new software, and it comes with Adobe Premiere Pro and Animate. It's called Media Encoder. It'll open Media Encoder automatically. And there it goes. And we see it rendering. The file has been successfully exported, and you can click OK. Now we can go to Insert, Scene, and it'll give us a new blank scene. And to bring in the audio, you take the audio and you drag it into the canvas and it goes into this timeline. So instead of inputting them all in, I can just copy these layers by clicking Ctrl Alt Copy, or right clicking them and clicking Copy Frames. Go back to the scene we were at, add a layer, click the first frame and just click Paste Frames and it will copy the frames. And the first line is this character right here.
Have you guys studied for the test today?
And we can zoom in to him. Maybe his eyebrows lift up. We can add a keyframe right here. Oh, I need to save it. If Control Save. And maybe his head turns, so we can click the head, add a keyframe, and delete the head. And I drew this head turning a little bit right here. I want to make it the same size. I'm going to just put it over, add a keyframe for the pupils, move his eyebrows with his head. I'm going to delete his mouth because we're going to add mouth movements over it anyways. Maybe his eyebrows lower. Or maybe his head turns back, something simple like that. Bring in the eyebrows. So now we got this.
Have you guys studied for the test today?
We can add the eyes blinking maybe. We can zoom in. So we're just adding the blinking. Now we can just add mouth movements. Or maybe we can have his arm moving a little bit. And maybe his arm moves back like he's turning his body. And maybe we can have his arm moving right here. Like the arm can move right here. I'm gonna add the asset warp tool and we can just click a keyframe. Maybe it moves a little bit. Add another keyframe. Just something simple to give it some animation. Now we can add mouth movements. I can zoom into the face. I got a lot of different vowels I drew for their mouth movements. Paste it over every vowel. We can have the H kind of vowel and we can delete that. And then it goes to a vowel. And we can just keep adding mouth movements over. I'm just gonna speed roll now. And then we can move on to the outro. Thank you for watching that video. We have animation tutorials, media tutorials, tunes, films, and music. So stay tuned and have a great day.
These tunes.